Friends, imagine a prison surrounded by the raging waves of the Pacific Ocean, bone-chilling cold water, and a swarm of hungry sharks. We are talking about Alcatraz Island in San Francisco Bay, California. This tiny island of only 22 acres is actually built on a huge rock cliff, so it was called the Rock by the criminal world. When the US government declared it a federal prison in 1934, it had one purpose: to imprison America's most dangerous and infamous criminals in a place where release was possible only through death. Alcatraz had several layers of security: 15-foot-high barbed wire fences, 24-hour armed surveillance by prison sergeants, and natural barriers around it made it one of the impenetrable prisons in history. Prison officials boasted, "No one will get out of Alcatraz alive." But on the morning of June 12, 1962, that pride was shattered. There were 4 prisoners behind this incredible prison break. You will be surprised to know the past of each of them. Frank Morris, the main brain, or mastermind, of this operation. Morris was a very handsome and calm person, but behind his external appearance was a sharp brain with an IQ of 133. He read a lot of books and had an unusual talent for drawing. Morris, who started his path of crime since childhood, had previously escaped from Atlanta and Louisiana state prisons with great skill. He was called an escape artist due to his record. Anglin brothers, John and Clarence. These 2 brothers from Florida were serving sentences for bank robberies. They grew up swimming in the icy waters of Lake Michigan since childhood. This swimming skill later became their greatest weapon. Alan West. West's job was to gather the necessary equipment inside the prison and understand the prison's design. Previously, he had held a gun to an officer's head at Florida State Prison and fled in his car. Between 1960 and 1961, these 4 men were together in Alcatraz. Their cells were next to each other. They knew that it was impossible to escape through the prison door, so they started looking for an alternative way out. Their eyes fell on the ventilation grill inside the cell. The 4 of them spent almost a year plotting their escape. The main steps of their plan were incredible. 1. Dig a tunnel through the cell wall. 2. Make a fake grill to hide the tunnel. 3. Make fake dummy statues to throw dust in the eyes of the guards. 4. Make a raft and life jacket from raincoats to cross the ocean. You will be surprised to hear that they built a secret factory inside the prison without any sophisticated equipment. Wall scraper. Every day from 5:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., the prison was given time to play musical instruments. Using the loud sound of the musical instruments as a shield, they started rubbing the concrete of the cell walls with the sharp edges of ordinary spoons and knives stolen from the mess. The walls had become a bit brittle due to years of salt water and air, which made their work easier. Fake grill. After making the tunnel, they cut cardboard from the prison's art supplies to cover the big hole and made a structure like the real grill. They painted it perfectly green so that from a distance it seemed like the grill was there. Statue dummy. This was the most ingenious part of their plan. They knew that when the guards would shine torches at night while they were escaping, they would be caught if they saw the bed empty. So they made 3 dummies that looked exactly like human heads out of soap, toilet paper, and real hair stolen from a barbershop. They lovingly named these figurines Oscars. Raincoat raft. A boat was needed to cross the ocean. They stole more than 50 raincoats and glued them together with rubber glue to make a raft 5 feet wide and 14 feet long. They used a musical instrument concertina to make a pump to inflate the raft. Finally, the big moment arrived. It was 9:30 p.m. After the prison lights were out, they put the dummy heads on the beds and covered them with blankets. Morris and the Anglin brothers easily made it out through the tunnel, but tragedy struck Alan West. The hole in his cell was not yet large enough. Despite many attempts, he could not get out and told the others to leave.
I can't fit. Save yourselves.
Morris and the 2 brothers climbed up a 45-foot-long pipe to the roof. They crossed the corrugated iron roof of the prison and descended below, avoiding the watchtower. At about 11 p.m., they took their raincoat raft and floated out into the ocean. They were lost forever in the strong winds and rough seas of that night. The next morning, 7:15 a.m., Officer Lawrence was calling the prisoners when he saw that Clarence Anglin was not getting up. When he got annoyed and pushed him, his head rolled off the bed and onto the floor. The officer saw that it was actually a dummy made of soap and paper. In an instant, the prison siren sounded. The largest manhunt in American history began. The FBI, Coast Guard, and police searched for several weeks, but found no trace of them. Only a life jacket and wooden paddles they had made were found in the sea. The FBI closed the case in 1979, saying that they probably drowned in the middle of the ocean. Friends, the mystery doesn't end there. Over the years, evidence has emerged that casts doubt on the FBI's claim. The postcard mystery. A week after the escape, a postcard was sent to the prison warden, signed by the three men, and saying, "We did it!" The Brazilian photo. In 2015, the History Channel released a photo taken in Brazil in 1975. Facial recognition experts are almost certain that the two men in the photo were John and Clarence Anglin. The 2018 letter. Suddenly, a letter was sent to the San Francisco police, claiming to be written by John Anglin. The letter read, "We survived that night. Frank Morris died in 2005 and Clarence in 2008. I have cancer and am willing to surrender if I get the right treatment." In 2014, scientists at Delford University created a simulation of ocean currents and tides. They said that if the prisoners had floated the raft at exactly 10:30 p.m., they could have easily reached the shore with the help of the tide. But if they had left before or after that, death was inevitable. The guards heard sounds in the water around 11 p.m., which exactly matched the scientists' theory. This escape from Alcatraz is not just a crime, it is a story of the indomitable will of man. It is hard to believe that those who can fight for a year to make a hole will give up in the middle of the ocean. Whether they succeeded or not may forever remain a mystery, but the fact that they crushed the pride of the most secure prison in the world will be written in golden letters in the pages of history. Friends, what do you think? Are Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers still alive under pseudonyms in some corner of South America? Or was the blue waters of the Pacific Ocean their final destination? Let us know in the comments. If you liked this video, like and share it, and subscribe to our channel to get more such mysterious videos. Thank you.